All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the other semifinal game. It puts Duchesne against Monticello. Duchesne gets the tip. Down inside it goes.
This is going to be a game here, Dale.
Goes inside to Roberts, and Roberts scores. Coming the other way on top to Duncan. Duncan spins over in the corner to Malloy. Malloy brings it up top. Back over there to Mon. Back up to Duncan. They're looking inside. Duchesne in the man-to-man. Up off the glass was Erdley and taken out of there by Moon.
Buckaroos definitely don't want to take start making all those mistakes. I mean, that's a wide open shot. You don't want to be missing all those. So hopefully they don't make a habit of that this game.
Duchesne working it around, looking inside. They like to go inside to either Nielsen or Roberts. And they're looking for him, taking their time, waiting for either Nielsen or Roberts to open up inside. It goes inside to Roberts. He gets the shot. Nielsen takes it away after the rebound. Now Nielsen goes to the glass and misses, and taken out of there by Duncan, who goes with the outlet pass.
Yeah, Buckaroos just need to calm down a little bit, take a second, and pull the ball up the court. A little bit too excited.
Duncan tried to get it to Mon there and just went through his hands. So Moon will come the other way. Over in the corner to Hamburg. Back up to Moon. And again, Duchesne just looking to get it inside. Nielsen gets it up and on the glass, and it goes. So obviously the Stan Young is will get it inside to his two big guys, and they're running it very well, and that the Eagles are up 4-0. The other end, Monticello up there for the shot. Number 15, Hollingsworth, hits a nice shot from about 14 feet out. So 2-4 with 5:48 left in the first quarter. Duchesne just running it against this man, cross screening down in the bottom continually with, there, got it to Nielsen in the bucket. He pulls up and shoots it.
Duchesne doing very well at getting the ball inside and more importantly to finish those points.
Yeah, all their shots have been by the two big guys. They're just waiting for them to open up inside, and then they're doing the rest from there. And Duchesne gets it inside to Duncan.
Man, Roberts looked like he got elbowed in the face there just a little bit. He was stunned, so he couldn't play defense.
Nielsen up top. And to Hamburg. Back to Roberts. Roberts is going to set up and traveled there. He kind of stumbled on his pivot foot and lost it and traveled. So go the other way.
4:35 left here in the first quarter.
On over to Erdley. Up to Duncan for a long one, and Duncan drills it from the three-point line.
And see Monticello just calming down a little bit, and now they've retained control of the game.
And Nielsen makes the steal, and then he's fouled there. I think the foul was on Hollingsworth.
And they put it against Malloy.
Malloy, excuse me. First one on Malloy, first team foul. So Hamburg brings it into the front court. Get it inside. Oh! Ball was up there by Spencer and just came up short, taken out by Duncan. And now the Buckaroos come into the forecourt. Just tipped out of bounds there by number 24, Braxton Spencer. And the Buckaroos will maintain control. Trying to get it into Erdley. Comes up top to Duncan, and Duncan's going to try another one, and he hits another one, 2 in a row.
You know, he just doesn't look like somebody that's going to take a 3, but
the big guy popping up from down low and just drilled 2 in a row, which puts Monticello up 10-6 with 3:24 left in the first. Hamburg trying to get it out to Nielsen. They get it, and he gets to the glass and misses one, but they're going to get a foul.
You know, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, but I don't really like it when a ref does that, when he waits until he knows that the ball's not going to go in, and then he calls a foul. It's either foul or not. Like, who cares if the ball goes in?
So the foul is on number 15, Hollingsworth. That'll send Nielsen to the line to shoot 2, and he hits the first. So Nielsen gets another chance. 10-7, favor the Buckaroos. 3:10 left in the first period. Nielsen misses the second, and it gets a chance at his own rebound.
Has to put his hand down there to brace himself.
Hollingsworth
over.
Pulls it out of there. Over to Duncan. Back. Oh, and Duncan goes up high for the miss, and then he misses the follow-up. Erdley put it up there, and Duncan got the offensive board, tried to put it back and couldn't get it. And Hamburg went coast to coast, missed. The other way they're spinning. Oh, and then Duncan picks up one. I'm sure he wishes he hadn't gotten. Malloy spun in there for the shot. The rebound taken out, and Duncan just kind of hit him in the back and gets a foul. His first, but still one that I'm sure he didn't want to get.
You know, and for those that have jumped on just for this game, Bryce Valley ended up winning the game before, putting them into the championship. Rich will play for 3rd and 4th tomorrow. Bryce Valley definitely controlled that game.
Right from the start, yeah.
Yep. So these two teams will be playing for the championship to see who plays Bryce Valley tomorrow.
Went inside to Roberts, and Roberts tried to come back to Hamburg and went through his hands and out of bounds. So the Buckaroos bring it into forecourt. Mon, they get it inside to Erdley. Erdley goes up and is fouled.
Just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter.
That'll put Erdley at the line. Foul is on Nielsen. That's his first. And Erdley puts the first one up and in. So,
and is it just me, or I mean, being here for both games, this game definitely seems a lot more calm, even from the beginning. That last game was pretty intense, the whole game.
They got going early, and that. Erdley hits them both. So that puts the Buckaroos up 12-7 with 1:58 left in the first. Once again, they're looking inside, get Nielsen inside, and he's going to go up and over the top.
You know, Monticello, they're doing the best they can to suck their defense down in, but they just can't seem to stop Duchesne from going in. Hard foul going to be going against.
Fouls there on number 24, Spencer. And Erdley's going to go to the line. Erdley just hit 2 the last time down, so we'll see how he does on this one. Erdley at the line to shoot 2, as Spencer fouled him hard as he went to the basket. Gets the first one, so that puts the Buckaroos up 13-9, 1:34 left in the first. And the second. Monticello shooting the ball very well. They'll find themselves up by 5. As Hamburg comes over to Roberts. Hamburg inside. Can't get it. Come up to Spencer. Spencer off the glass and doesn't get it. It's taken out of there.
I don't know if we have some blood on the cord. The ref's going to call a timeout, a referee timeout.
If you switch your first month, it's free. Good luck, Eagles take state.
Back here in action, almost. We got 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Monticello trying to force it down, ends up getting a turnover.
The Eagles
turn around and do the same thing.
Spencer tried to go way over the top to Hamburg, and it was too much. Goes out of bounds, which gives Monticello the chance to come back. Up 5, and they may go for the last shot as they're looking here with 35 seconds left. Duncan over the top. From the corner. Duncan keeps it alive with 11 seconds, so the Buckaroos definitely now will get the last shot. Duncan tries to go up top there.
5 seconds. 3 seconds. Long three.
So at the end of the first, it's 14-9 Monticello. And at the other end, Duncan hit 2 big threes that kind of started it off for him.
Yeah, those were huge 3-point shots there for Monticello.
They've got Duncan out right now, getting a little rest. So they try and go inside, bowling in on Nielsen, and boy, number 31, new into the game, Johnson, gets the ball on the low block and just goes right at Nielsen and gets the foul.
And Nielsen, I don't know, afterwards he was wanting the offensive foul, saying that he's pushing off. But
so that gives Nielsen his second and sends Johnson to the line. We haven't seen Johnson yet tonight till just now. He stands up there and drills it. So Roberts comes back for the Eagles, and into the line, number 20 is Hatch for the Buckaroos. So we got some new people in. As missed the foul shot, then the Eagles come the other way. 15-9 in favor of the Buckaroos. Up top, they try to get it inside to Fabrizio. And Fabrizio's fouled.
You know, again, I just can't. It's surprising to me. This game is just not as intense as the last game. It's interesting. As far as the crowds go, I guess. I don't know. Maybe just because I was in one of the crowds last time.
Right. That may be the difference. Over to Fabrizio. Got knocked out of Fabrizio's hands. Fabrizio goes, makes the foul. So big turnover for the Eagles.
It was Malloy. He's going to get the bucket and has the opportunity to get the old-fashioned three-pointer.
So Malloy picks it up off the turnover, goes to the glass. It gets fouled, and now he goes to the line and hits it. They've shot extremely well from the line, have the Buckaroos. And now they've doubled the Eagles at 18-9. Nice move down there by Spencer. They got it to him on the block, and he made a nice duck under move, gets it in. Hatch up there to Malloy, back to Hatch, back in the corner to Malloy, who goes baseline against Fabrizio, and Fabrizio's going to get another foul.
And just like that, he's got 2 fouls early on in the second quarter.
Fabrizio hadn't been in long, but he's been in long enough to get a couple of fouls. That'll send Malloy back to the foul line, where the Buckaroos, we don't have the stats for sure, but they've shot extremely well from the line and hit another one. So Duncan's back in, Johnson's out, but Johnson did a nice job while he was in there.
Yeah, he did.
So Malloy up for the second, and he drills the second. So with that, sponsoring the Buckaroos tonight. And we're back in action. They get it down inside to Spencer, and again, Hamburg steps in front and gets a steal. So the Eagles go inside to Spencer. Spencer goes up and scores. And on the inbounds, Hamburg makes a steal and gets fouled. So quick turnaround there. Nielsen comes back in for Fabrizio. Also Spencer back in for the Eagles. Over in the corner to Hamburg, who shoots a three and doesn't get it. And the rebound taken out of there by Erdley. Erdley ahead to Hatch. Hatch tries to go inside to Duncan, and it's picked off there by Spencer. Roberts and Nielsen again screening for each other down on the low block. Roberts picks up, tries to get inside. Duncan makes a steal as he goes down. He's swarmed by the Eagles. That was taken away by Erdley. Erdley just goes to the ground, holds on to it. Jump ball, and it's going to be Duchesne possession. So a lot of things happening there in a hurry. Moon up top as the Eagles working it around, trying to get somebody down on the block. Spencer goes down to get Duncan again with those big arms, reaches around, and
he's going to run him over.
Spencer, I think, a little bit just heading the other way out of frustration. Ran over the back of him and gets the foul. So
it's only 16 fouls against Duchesne, so we're not into 1-1 yet, but next foul will.
Excuse me, that foul was on Roberts, not Spencer. I'm sorry. Up top to Malloy, who doesn't get it. And it was taken out of there by Roberts. Over to Hamburg. Back up top to Moon. Moon looks down the barrel for three and doesn't get it. The ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be Monticello ball coming the other direction. Score 20-13 with 4:48 left in the second period. Duncan plays quite a bit on the perimeter. It's kind of interesting. Big kid, but the hop move.
That's Malloy.
Malloy makes a nice jump step into the lane, goes up and hits it with his left hand, which was a nice move in there. They get it inside, back up top to Nielsen. Goes over to Hamburg, over to Moon. Down to Nielsen, who's going to go up, and as he goes up, Malloy comes from behind, tries to get the block, but they get him for the foul.
I think it was Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth from behind.
Hollingsworth, excuse me.
Yeah, he really felt like he got all ball on that. But
Nielsen goes and it's long off the back iron.
And there's it's kind of a difference in the game right now. Duchesne's struggling a little bit from the free throw line. Now, I guess they haven't seen it, definitely not as much as Monticello, but when they have seen it, they haven't been 100% like Monticello.
Spencer's out, Fabrizio in, and Nielsen short on the second one. It's taken out of there by Roberts, and he misses the putback. And as they come the other way, Mon tried to pull up to make a little pass and just lost his footing and ended up with a turnover. So tough turnover for them, and Moon brings it the other way. So they try to go back up top to Moon. It's stolen away there by Malloy.
Moon's going to tip it out of bounds, but Monticello will retain possession.
On and Erdley kind of playing with it up to the top. They just look it inside. They get it to Duncan, who tries to go inside and just wasn't there. So Duncan turns it over, and Moon's going to go the other way right at Duncan. Misses it.
More to the other end.
But he misses. Number 30 new into the game there. Nash Freestone follows it up and puts it in. So
Coach Young's going to call a full timeout. Monticello up 24-13. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yeah, this one starting to get away from Coach Young a little bit, and he knows that. So down 11, he takes a timeout, trying to get his guys to regroup.
Duchesne needs to come out of this timeout and hit some big shots.
The only place they've had much success is if they get it down on the block.
Yeah. They need a couple of those in a row and keep up with Monticello here.
Again, thanking our sponsors from the Duchesne area: Robertson Construction, R&T Oilfield Service, Al's Food Town, Cohen's Cafe, Redneck Rentals, Allen Brothers Trucking, Express Title, and Fabrizio Transport. I want to thank all those folks in Duchesne for sponsoring the game and making it available for those people back home who couldn't make the drive down to Richfield. Monticello, Oliver Anderson Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah Title Company, and Zions Bank.
We're grateful for those sponsors out there. Again, without them, we couldn't bring you these events. So go and support those sponsors that are supporting your kids and supporting this webcast.
Nice spin move by Nielsen, and he misses it.
And he's going to get a foul.
Frustration, he went after the offensive board.
Yep.
Goes over the back of Duncan.
That'll be 1-1 for Monticello now. And I believe that's his. Is that his second or third? It's his third, yeah.
Big foul on Nielsen. He made a nice spin move and had a good look at the basket, missed it, and then out of a little frustration. And he does jump extremely well. He just went and tried to get it and went over the back of Duncan. So Duncan goes to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And misses. That's one of the few misses for Monticello.
It's true.
Out to Hamburger, who hurries it into forecourt. Nowhere to go. Back over to Moon, to Fabrizio. Moon goes over to the corner to Spencer, and Spencer puts up a shot, and it won't go. So right now, Monticello tries to go inside, doesn't get it. Fabrizio knocks it forward to Hamburg. Hamburg goes in, gets Hamburg worried about getting blocked there, tried to kind of spin it up and didn't get it up on the glass, missed the shot. Then for the Buckaroos is Sheldon Black, number 4. We haven't seen Sheldon earlier tonight, but he's in now. Just got a double dribble. I thought he was going to get away with that.
Yeah, I was just going to say something like, I thought that was a double dribble, but
He kind of picked it up and did nothing to do, so he went with it again. Fabrizio from deep tried the three. Oh, nice move there by Spencer. Excuse me. I got him wrong. The tip out was by Roberts, who was a nice offensive rebound, and then Spencer gets the bucket. I'm sorry. Out in the corner to Duncan, who tries to go baseline, flips it back up top.
Moon's going to get a foul. That'll put Monticello to the line shooting 1-on-1 again.
They threw it back up top there to number 30. Nash Freestone. Moon gets the foul, and Freestone will go to the line. Buckaroos are up 24-15, 1:23 left in the first. And the Buckaroos have missed a couple now.
Yep.
They got some different kids in.
Yeah, there's been some different individuals up there at the free throw line.
Moon trying to go down low. Nielsen's out, so they're not able to do the set for him down there. They go in the corner to Fabrizio, who tries another one. This time he gets it.
That was
Fabrizio from the corner for a three.
Huge momentum for Duchesne, keeping him within. We got less than a minute left. I know Coach Young definitely wanted that to go in rather than miss that and end up potentially being down by close to 10 points.
Duncan tries another one and doesn't get it, so it's down to 6. Hamburg goes to the glass and gets it in. So what was kind of turning into a blowout now is back to a 4-point game.
Another turnover. Duchesne's got 20 seconds to bring it within 2.
Holds up and hits it. Does Spencer, gets the steal, goes down and hits it. So it's kind of a 10-point ball game, looking like it was going the other way. And here in the last minute, they've cut it to 2. There's a foul with 2.8 left, which I'm sure Coach Young didn't want that.
He is not liking that. Nope, that is for sure. Not too happy. He'd probably rather have Malloy go up and make 2 points, going into half rather than putting him to the line.
Because Malloy has been very good from the line, and he just proves it again as he hits another shot.
And so now you got a foul against Moon, which gives him his second, and Malloy at the line, who will probably hit this one. Duchesne's got 2.8 seconds to get to the other end.
Malloy hits them both, as he has all night. Spencer with a long three, and it's way over the top. But 4-point ball game at half, so things looked like they were getting out of control, and the Eagles came back in about a minute there and turned things around, got it down to 4.
And some great effort by the Duchesne Eagles.
The basketball to begin the half, and we're underway.
A lot of times here, the game is decided within these first few minutes of the second half. Whoever controls the game in this first few minutes usually ends up winning.
Oh, that was a nice drive there by Erdley. As Erdley goes baseline and just lays it up, and so it's back up to 6.
Duchesne going to take it easy here and set up and see if they can get some offense going on to match the Buckaroos.
Hamburg up to Moon, over to Spencer, down to Fabrizio. Fabrizio from the corner doesn't get it, tipped. Tipped there by Roberts, but it didn't go. And so Monticello comes up, looks at it. Malloy goes baseline, and Malloy's going to be fouled.
And it's going to go against. Does that go against Moon?
Looks like it's against number 42. The official calls it. That's Roberts.
Well, wasn't it Moon that was right inside?
Roberts' second foul. And once again, Malloy just keeps drilling the free throws.
Malloy shooting very well from the free throw line. Malloy's going to walk off the free throw line going, I think I'm bleeding.
So as he went there, he must have got hit in the nose. He's pointing at his nose. And they're giving him somebody's warm-up.
we have a towel down there?
Usually you get a towel or something, but no, we just threw the first warm-up, took care of his nose, and back to the foul line. Some mother's not going to be very happy tonight.
I'm always probably thinking, I'll just put it on my warm-up and it'll be cool for later. My blood.
Malloy hits the second one, and now we're back to an 8-point ball game. So 6:59 left. So with a minute, just over a minute into this second half, the Buckaroos picked up 4 points.
Looks like a foul's going to go away from the ball against Duchesne.
So it looks like Roberts gave Duncan a push down there.
Well, they gave it to Moon, though. So Moon picking up his 3rd foul. I'm not sure.
I didn't see it.
Because I was with you. I looked like it was in between Roberts and his guy, but they called it against Moon. I don't know if maybe it was an illegal screen or.
Duncan gets the offensive board, gets it out to Malloy, and Malloy takes care of it, then goes back up top to Mon. Mon over on the corner, a long 3 by Erdley, and it doesn't go. And it's taken out of there by Roberts. Roberts to Spencer. Up top to Fabrizio. Fabrizio looks over to Hamburg. Hamburg sets it up top to Moon.
He's like, foul's going to go against Duncan again away from the ball, saying that he was holding it.
That time I was watching. Roberts was working real hard to get position there on the block, and they were pushing back and forth. And anyway, as they pushed back and forth, Duncan ended up getting the foul.
So it'll be Duncan's first team foul against the Buckaroos.
Oh, great. Duncan goes up and blocks Spencer, and then Duncan goes the other way, and he's going to take it right to the glass and lay it in. So we're back to a 10-point ball game. A big close at the end of the half. And Coach Young has got to make some adjustments because his team closed it up, and now 5:38 left. So we haven't even gotten a full 3 minutes into this quarter, and they're back up. You made the comment as we came back out, a lot of times games are decided in that first few minutes of the third. If that's true, the game's decided. I'm sure Coach Young isn't ready to give up yet.
No, that's for sure. And I'm not saying that it happens every time, but it seems to be that the team that comes out in the second half, fired up, ready to go, and making some moves right at the beginning, they can usually follow through with the rest of the half. Now Duchesne has a choice to match them and come out of this timeout and control the next few minutes. So.
I'm almost sure that Coach Young will have called something. Nielsen's back in the ball game out of the timeout, and he's going to try and do something to either get it to Nielsen or Roberts down there on the block and see what they can do.
Now on defense, Nielsen's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls coming from the first half.
So Nielsen comes around over to, and he did get just what he wanted out of that timeout. Nielsen drove up the lane, got it to Roberts. Roberts did miss the first one, got his own board and put it back in. Now the Buckaroos up top to Malloy. Goes inside, and Duncan comes out of there with it. Erdley taken out by Moon. Move over to Hamburg. Hamburger's hit pretty hard there by Erdley as he goes in. Certainly not a flagrant, but hit hard enough he wasn't going to make it.
That's for sure.
And that sends Hamburg, number 20. Hamburg will shoot 2. That's Erdley's first, so no foul problems for him, and Hamburg hits the first one. So 32-25, 4:57 left. And he hits them both. So we're back to a 6-point ball game. We went from 4 to 10, and then we got a travel. Coach Young instituted a little trap there, and it worked for him.
You know, it seems to be, it's interesting to me because every coach, you know, and I shouldn't say every coach, I've never met every coach, but they pound and pound and pound into their players' heads to never pick up the ball right across the half-court line, ever, ever, ever.
Oh. Nielsen misses the shot, then goes for the offensive board and gets the foul. And Coach Young grabbed his head on that one because he hated to lose Nielsen. That is 4, so Nielsen comes out, Fabrizio in.
You know, it's two of Nielsen's fouls have been just like that.
Just like that. Goes for the shot, comes back, and you got to like his aggressiveness to go for it, but it's cost him 2 fouls. Lloyd gets it inside to Duncan, and it's taken away by Moon. So Moon comes the other way. Up in the corner. Nice play there by Roberts. Moon spins into the middle and makes a nice shot.
Great dribble drive by Moon to create that open basket.
This time the Buckaroos go long to Duncan. And as Duncan gets trapped, the Buckaroos call a timeout. Want to recognize some sponsors there from Duchesne. Al's Food Town, Cowan's Cafe, Redneck Rentals, Allen Brothers Trucking, Express Title, Fabrizio Transport, the American Legion. What a great organization they are. They're supporting the Post 22 from Duchesne, supporting the Eagles. Napa Auto, Basin-wide Dumpsters from Duchesne and Taviona, Gateway 66, Robinson Construction, and R&T Oilfield. Spencer's sponsors from the Duchesne area, bringing those of you that couldn't make it down to the tournament these ball games so you can watch them at home on the internet. 32-28, 4:04 left in the third period.
And we still have a 4-point game.
Duncan up there to Malloy. Malloy looks over for Mon.
Almost travels, but gets rid of it to Malloy just before he does.
Erdley looking inside. Up top, Erdley again trying to look inside. Kicked out of bounds there by Spencer. So Spencer kicks it out of bounds. Mon will inbounds for the Buckaroos. Mon looking out, tries to get it to Duncan, and it's taken out of there by a lot of stuff happening there as I got behind. Hamburg went in, didn't get it. Then Roberts tried to follow up. He missed on the tip. Hamburg goes back up for it, and the Buckaroos knocked it out of bounds. So Hamburg trying to inbounds, and he's going to go way deep to Moon, and Moon makes the catch. Moon over to Fabrizio. Fabrizio for a long three, and he just off. And the ball taken out of there by Hollingsworth. Malloy up top to Duncan. Over to Erdley. Back to Malloy. On the right side, and they're just waiting for something good to happen. They're handling the ball, being very patient. Get a good look from the elbow. Doesn't make it. Erdley gets the rebound. And it looks like Duncan's going to be called for the foul. Erdley went up and got it, and Duncan kind of came into him. They're going to give Duncan the foul, and Erdley.
Duncan picking up his third foul.
Erdley will inbound to Moon. So Monticello got a good look out of it. Open from the elbow there, but didn't go.
And that's the exact shot that they want to take, you know, from being as patient as they were. It's a good-looking shot. Just was unfortunate that, Mon coming out with the foul. Or excuse me, Duncan coming out with the foul. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Hamburg up top to Fabrizio, to Moon. Over on the other side to Spencer. To Fabrizio. A long three. Roberts goes and gets the offensive glass.
And it just seems like nobody was even looking to box him out. That's a couple rebounds in the last couple possessions for Roberts.
Hamburg way up top, kind of tripped himself up and bumps into
Malloy, wasn't it? Wasn't it Malloy?
Mon, I think, 21. So gets the foul. So with 2:01 left, the score's 32-30 in favor of Monticello.
And we got 4 fouls apiece for the team fouls.
Hollingsworth is holding up top. Johnson is in for Duncan here at the end of the third, giving Duncan a little blow the last few minutes of this third period. And the Buckaroos very content to work the ball, see what they can make happen.
Long
three doesn't go, and Moon comes out with the ball. So Moon coming down, 1:20 left. Moon's going to go right to the alley.
Probably got away with the travel, I felt like.
A couple of different people swatted at it, but it looks like Spencer must have been the last one to touch it, so it goes this way. Spencer throws for the steal, doesn't get it as they try to bring the ball up to Malloy. Spencer got a hand in there, knocks it out of bounds, and the Buckaroos take it up. Just a 2-point game, 32-30, 1:07 left in the third. And make another turnover. Hamburg's going to go to the glass, and he gets fouled. Hamburg goes to the glass and gets fouled by Mon.
1 minute left here in the third quarter. Hamburg is going to go to the line shooting 2.
You know, Zach, a couple of times this thing felt like it was getting out of hand right early in the first half, and then they came out, the Buckaroos did after the half, and got a run, got up 10. And Duchesne just won't go away, and now it's down to a 1-point ball game with 1 minute left, 32-30.
You know, and that's how Duchesne is and always will be. You know, Coach Young, you can never count them out, ever.
No. So 32-32, we're all tied up with 55 seconds left in the first half. Goes cross court. Malloy, who doesn't get it. Johnson tries, doesn't get it. Hamburg comes out with it.
Buckaroo crowd not liking that. They felt like they deserved a foul. But regardless, Duchesne coming up with the ball. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Ooh. As he goes down the lane, Roberts goes down the lane, and they call him for the charge. Coach Young goes nuts on the sideline. He felt like they came under him. At least that's what he was telling the official. So a big call there.
That is a big call.
Coach Young, about as animated as you see him. Shot from there comes off to Fabrizio. Fabrizio head to Hamburg.
Coach Young still has his chance to capture the lead before the fourth quarter. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Oh, and Hamburg. So tied up, and Duchesne gets 2 consecutive offensive fouls. And Hamburg did extend on that one, so got a little frustrated there, extended the arm.
You know, and it was one of those things where just the Monticello player wanting to draw the foul, and Hamburg was just off balance, didn't want him to come in and grab that ball, so he extended to keep him away from it. Not necessarily to push off him, just to keep him away, but it looked like he threw him, threw him out. So 0.5 seconds left. Duchesne's going to get the ball here.
Hamburg did a nice job getting his hand up there and hitting that, and it deflected off the Buckaroo player. So into Hamburg. Hamburg throws it up, and with 0.5, it's hard to do a lot. Over to Fabrizio. Fabrizio goes to the baseline, and he's blocked there. Blocked by Hollingsworth.
And that was a nice clean block by Hollingsworth coming up with the ball. And I like how it was a soft block. And I think they need to do that more often. You know, we watched in the game previous, Argyle, he just seemed like he would nail that and he'd throw it into the stands, or if he would just touch it, come down with the ball like Hollingsworth just did, then he could get a block and the ball. So good play by Hollingsworth.
So Duncan goes to the line. The fouls on Hamburg. And Duncan up and in with the first one. So once again, the Buckaroos come out, get first blood in the period, as they have in each of the periods.
You know, and that foul was on the shot, but just FYI, that put Monticello into the bonus. So from here on out, any foul other than a player control foul will put Monticello to the line, which is huge because they've been making a lot of free throws from the line. And
Moon's going to try a three, and he's short. And as it comes off there to Hollingsworth, it came off so low that it was hard for him to handle. He got his hand on it, but it went out of bounds. Up top to Moon. Moon takes inside. Nice spot there by Moon as he goes inside to Roberts. Roberts goes up off the glass, so we're tied again at 34 as they try to come down to Duncan. Roberts knocks it out of bounds.
Roberts almost coming up with that steal there.
So
not able to get a hand on it.
7:09 left, 34-34. Nielsen is currently sitting with 4 fouls. Nielsen sat quite a bit so far tonight. Game in and game out, he's probably the leading scorer for the Eagles, so it'll be interesting how long Coach Young leaves him sitting and what he does.
Yeah, it's hard to make that decision of when you put them in or when you put Nielsen in to, because it is pretty impressive with Duchesne having Nielsen out that they've kept this a close, tight game still.
Yep. Want to recognize Al's Food Town, Cohen's Cafe, both there in Duchesne. Redneck Rentals, their steel pipe bending in Uinta Basin. Allen Brothers Trucking, Express Title, and Fabrizio Transport. All of those sponsors, again, spending the money to make it so that you that couldn't come down to the tournament or watching at home on the internet have a chance to do so. So support those sponsors who put out their money to make it so Eagle basketball can come back to the Basin area.
7:09 left here in regulation, tie game. Monticello will inbound. Moon's going to kick the ball into the Buckaroo bench.
Malloy tries to get it in, and Moon gets his foot on it, so Malloy will try again. He comes up top to Mon. Over to Hurdley. Duncan, Hurdley. Back up top to Malloy. To Duncan. Duncan goes down, looks over in the corner. And the Buckaroos are very, very disciplined.
Coach Young is yelling double dribble, and I agree with him. You know, even though I guess the ref's saying he didn't get possession on that first dribble, but I felt like it was a controlled dribble. And then he picked it up, and then he dribbled it again. So I felt like Coach Young was in the right, yelling double dribble. But regardless, no points were scored, so Duchesne will take possession.
Moon up top to Hamburg. Over to Roberts. Roberts looks in at Fabrizio, but doesn't get it to him. Moon goes Hamburg for a long three. In and out.
Man, that looked good from here, but just rims out.
Oh, they get it ahead to Duncan, and Duncan lays it up over the front.
Yeah, that's mistakes you don't want to have here in the fourth quarter, especially for Duchesne, just leaving the guy wide open.
Hamburg just takes it on himself to go lay it in. And
Monticello almost turns the ball over on that inbound.
And Nielsen is at the scorer's table. So I guess the answer to our question is at about 5:30, Coach Young tries to get him back in. We'll wait for the next dead ball, and he'll come. Going to go up over the top, trying to get it to Duncan. They tip it out. Oh, Spencer makes a great block on Malloy. Moon's going to go across to Spencer, and Spencer lays it in.
And now Duchesne's got the lead. I believe that's the first lead of the game for Duchesne.
That's the first time Duchesne's been in the lead all night. Gets it to Duncan, and Duncan gets it up top. Blocking foul as Spencer sat up there, thought he was going to get the charge. Malloy came in, and the official makes the call. That sends Malloy to the line, who's been very, very good from the line tonight.
I dare say he's got more points from the line than he does from the field.
And he hits another one. Coach Young's pleading his case, but that isn't going to change. So with 4:56 left in the fourth. Eagles are up 38-37. Malloy's at the line. Gets the second one. Boy, he shot well from the line.
Tie game, 4:54 left here in regulation.
Gets it inside. You know, Roberts has done such a nice job tonight when they've got him the ball inside.
Absolutely.
Went up there and just laid it off the glass, gets fouled. He's got a chance for a three-point play. That's a huge play. It puts him up 2 with a chance to go 3.
You know, Hollingsworth feeling like he got the shaft there with getting the foul against him, but he did. I mean, even though he went straight up, he used his wrist and pushed his hand up against was it Nilton? Up against his hand. So, you know,
the Buckaroos come down and get trapped again. That little trap thing is Coach Young's not doing it every time, but has done it 3 or 4 times, and they've got 2 big turnovers out of that little trap.
Yep. Some unfortunate events for the Buckaroos have really shifted this momentum of the game towards the Eagles.
So Hamburg takes it from Spencer and brings it into the first forecourt. Now Spencer down to Nielsen. Nielsen to Hamburg. And now it's the other way around. Now the Eagles are just kind of waiting for the shot they want. Hamburg goes in, and he's blocked by Duncan. I said that was the shot they wanted. Hamburg kind of got in there at the Giants. And
you know, again, though, you know, I know he's swatting at it, but if you just swat a little bit softer, it wouldn't go flying out of bounds. That could turn
gets
into
it right inside to Nielsen, who goes up with the left hand and gets the bucket. Big play on the out of bounds. So now it's 43-38. And again, they trap at midcourt, and they're going to call a foul. It looks like the foul is going to be on number 24. Brandon Spencer gets the foul as they trap him one more time there, and I'm sure didn't want to get the foul as he fell back across the half-court line.
1-1 rims out. Duchesne's going to come up with the rebound.
So Mon misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and the Eagles one more time. Moon recovers after it was knocked away from Spencer, and back up top to Hamburg. The Buckaroos are still in their zone, and as they stay in the zone,
you know, and
there goes Hamburg to the glass, and they're going to give it to him. So Hamburg goes off the glass. I wondered if they'd give it to him or call it on the ground.
Yeah.
It was close, but they gave it to him.
You know,
now he goes to the line to shoot one.
It was one of those right when he started his, you know, because it did look like it was quite the continuation, but you know, he did start his drive to, well, his, you know, he had the ball picked up to take it in and shoot it.
He misses it, comes to Dudley. And the turnover and then a jump ball. So interesting turn of events there as Hamburg missed the chance at the three-point play. And now the Eagles are just in a straight-up man, not trapping. And the Buckaroos down 45-38. They're going to have to get some points with only 3:07 left in the game. Malloy starts the penetration, pulls it back up top. Edinburgh goes in and misses it. Taken out of there by Spencer. Spencer ahead to Roberts. Roberts pulls it out to Spencer and into Hamburg.
And Coach Young is saying, hey, let's just calm down here. Let's take some time off the clock. You know, be patient. If you got an open shot, take it. But otherwise, let's just take some time off the clock.
Coach Esplin kneeling down over on the other sideline, hollering encouragement, but he's feeling like maybe this one's starting to slip a little bit. 2:42 left. It's 38-45.
Monticello's got to have some big possessions over the next minute, 42 seconds, because you know, just like you said, this thing's getting, slipping away from them. If they don't have some big plays soon, this game's going to be gone for them.
I think 7-point lead, that's probably the biggest that the Eagles have been up all night.
Oh yeah, it has.
They
and the biggest lead for Monticello was what? I mean, it was all the way up to 10, 12 points. So
the Eagles didn't lead until in this second half, and now they're up. Want to recognize once more our sponsors from the Monticello area. Devon's Repair Service, Anderson Oliver Title Insurance, Southeastern Utah Title, and the folks at the San Juan Clinic, all sponsoring Buckaroo basketball tonight.
Other than just those first 2 or 3 minutes, Duchesne has controlled this half. So I guess I'm a liar, huh?
You mean Monticello had control?
Well, I guess I meant to say other than the first couple minutes, Duchesne has. So yes, Monticello had control those first few minutes, but then after that, Duchesne has just taken over.
Yeah.
But it goes to show, just like we were saying, you can never ever count Duchesne out. You're never home free, even if you're up by 12, 15, 20 points. So Coach Young and his boys are.
Moon steps up there and hits it. So now Duchesne up by 8, 2:42 left. And make it 9 as Moon stands up and drills 2.
And Coach Young's not going to like that. You don't want to foul.
Malloy especially.
Yeah.
Malloy realizes he's got to get something going, so as he took it at the top there, he just started down the lane, and certainly they reached in and got him, and that's 20, a foul on number 20, Hamburg, and that'll be big. Hamburg's done a nice job handling the ball tonight.
And that puts double bonus for Monticello. They'll be shooting 2 from here on out, and again, Coach Young does not want to see this, where time's not coming off the clock, and they're scoring points here.
And Malloy finally missed one.
I think that's his first one, seriously.
I think so. So now you got to wonder how long they go before they start fouling.
Well,
Malloy comes the other way. Over in the corner, Esplin misses it. Nielsen takes it out of there. Excuse me, it was Mon that took it. Nielsen goes right to the glass and lays it in.
It looked like he was going to pull it back and take some time off the clock, and he's like, you know what? Nobody's going to shut that lane down. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Putting the Eagles up by 10. 2 minutes left here in regulation. Monticello
Duncan
desperately needing to score.
Duncan goes, doesn't get it. And Nielsen starts it out, hits his toe and goes out of, and then Hamburg recovers up top to Moon. Now Coach Young's hollering what he wants him to do, and Coach Esplin is looking on in desperation over there, wondering what miracle he can do to get his kids back in it with 1:37 left. He's down by 10.
Duchesne's got a wide open player underneath the basket.
They're just playing. I'm not sure they're. Oh. Duncan just pushes Spencer, and they call a flagrant on Duncan as he pushed Spencer out of bounds.
That's gonna. That might be the nail in the coffin there. Getting these 2 free throws, then the ball again.
Yeah, Spencer goes to the foul line here with a chance to shoot 2, and then they're still going to get the ball back.
And I'm sure Monticello coach is yelling out, "Hey, we need to foul. We need to start fouling here." And
that's been one of the points of emphasis this year. You got to be going for the ball, and Duncan kind of pushed, and Spencer stops up there and drills them both. So 2 big shots for Spencer. 51-39. And
Duchesne's got the opportunity to take
got the ball.
a lot of time off the clock here. I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know what you do for Monticello. Do you start fouling?
Well, I think you've got to, but you know.
This could turn into a 20-point game if you do, you know. But I don't know what else you would do.
Yeah, 20 or 2. If you lose, you don't get to go to the lights tomorrow night.
That's right.
Moon, Hamburg, they're doing a nice job playing keep away down to Nielsen. And Nielsen, there's.
Duncan's going to pick up his 5th foul.
So Dudley picks up 5 and heads to the bench. And as Duncan goes to the bench, Nielsen goes to the line.
And he'll be shooting 2. Double bonus for the Eagles.
So Duncan goes to the bench with 5 fouls. Johnson comes in for Duncan.
Has Johnson been in here in this half? I mean, it seems like
he's been in a couple of times.
I just haven't noticed it. He came in that first half and had a couple big plays.
Nielsen puts it up long off the back of the iron. So Fabrizio is going to come in, and Roberts goes out. Roberts had a big night, very big night for the Eagles as he goes out. And Nielsen hits the second. Malloy trying to get down the lane. He pulls up, comes back up there to Mon. Malloy tries a long 3 and doesn't get it. Up to Moon.
Less than a minute left here in regulation.
Spencer, back to Nielsen, over to Moon, Spencer, Nielsen. They're just playing keep away, and they're getting rid of it quick so they can't get fouled. They don't want to hold it in their hand because then you can foul them. This way it'd be no ball, it'd be an intentional. So he down, back, there. Oh, got a little lazy, and Malloy's going to go lay it in. And as Malloy lays it in, that's 41-52, but only 23.9 left. So I think this one's
pretty much out of reach.
But they'd done such a nice job, and then got a little lazy with that one, gave them time to run under it. And so it looks like the Duchesne Eagles will get to go under the lights tomorrow night, the big championship game against the Mustangs from Bryce Valley. And maybe one of the hardest games to play is that 3rd, 4th game.
Oh, yeah.
So disappointed to get beat in the semifinals, and you come back tomorrow at 3 o'clock and play that 3rd, 4th. But it's still a game. You got to pull your head up and come out and play hard.
Yeah, that game is definitely a heart game. It's whoever has the most heart come out and play that game, because it is hard. I've actually been there, definitely playing in that 3rd and 4th place game. So tomorrow we'll be having. So here's the lineup. So Layton, Christian, and Legacy Prep will be playing at noon. That's here on mysportsguys.com and Desert News. Valley and Penguich will be playing at 1:30. And then Rich and Monticello, it's looking like, will be playing at 3 o'clock. And then Bryce Valley and Duchesne will be playing for the championship at 5 o'clock. So definitely come in. We're not over. We got one more day after this. Foul's going to be called against Duchesne.
It's a loose ball on the floor, and Hanberg dives for it, and that's going to be his 5th. But Hanberg did a nice job. He fouls out. But it really doesn't matter now. They're going to get the win.
Yep, they've won.
12.5 left. So Hamburg gets his 5th. And again, that pass wasn't the one that they wanted. There's twice there that the Buckaroos have got their hand on it here going down the stretch. But Duchesne got a big enough lead that it wasn't critical. Erdley's at the line and puts it in. So Coach Esplin Going to try and get a couple of kids in here now that haven't been in much tonight or at all. And so he brings them in, and 12.5 left.
It's going to be off Duchesne. It'll stay Monticello ball, 11.2 seconds left.
Early missed it, and then Duchesne knocked it out of bounds. So 10-point ball game, 42-52, 11.2 on the clock. Gets it out to John. Over to Hatch. Johnson gets the offensive board. And with .4, it goes out to the Buckaroos. Gets it into Johnson. Johnson spins. So the Duchesne Eagles will go to the championship ball game tomorrow night against the Mustangs from Bryce Valley.